School, who will sing our national anthem.
Can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through perilous fight for the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. As the rockets red rebels bursting in, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, sing just that star-spangled banner yet wave, o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Once again, that was Vegas Government, seniors here at Alpha High School, and a four-time All-Star from Alpha High School. Our first introduction this evening are our officials.
Is the audio off?
Officiating tonight's game are Terry Crystal, Steve Wooster, and
I haven't done a test yet.
Is it commentary? Commentary?
Commentary's on.
Okay.
Number 1, Luke Turner. At guard, 5'11", senior, number 11, Dalton Myers. At forward, for the Demons, 6'4", senior, number 21, Panther Hutchins. At forward, 6'1", senior, number 25, Jack Redlinger. And at forward, 6'1", senior, number 31, Jacob Benazzo. And goes on starting assistant by Nathan Campbell and Tanner McLennan.
Welcome into the live stream here on the MPTV-CloseUp YouTube here in Mount Pleasant. My name is Mark Erngey on the commentating. We are watching the home team, Mount Pleasant Panthers, take on the visiting Washington Demons. Going to be an interesting one tonight. Washington coming into the game with a record of 2-4. Mount Pleasant with a record of 6-2. As we are lined up here at the tip, number 21, Cale Hobscheit for Washington, and Kieran Cohorst for Mount Pleasant. Mount Pleasant wins the tip. Brady Sartorius drives right up, gets swatted there, but Cohorst with the rebound. Sartorius makes a move left, goes up, misses again, but foul called. Will go to the line for 2 shots.
Number 21, Cale Hobscheit, his first team foul for 1.
Mount Pleasant shooting a solid 75% from the line this season. Washington not so well with 57% from the line as Brady Sartorius knocks in his first shot. Sartorius goes 2 for 2 there from the line. Washington almost loses it, and Mignani ends up with it from Mount Pleasant, drives in. Up and no good. Ida with the rebound, puts it in. Mount Pleasant now up 4-0. Javon Willis with the ball for Washington. Hobscheit now with it, almost loses it. Over in the corner, almost falls down. Hobscheit loses it for the Demons, and Mignani ends up with it. Kicks it left to Sartorius. Pulls up mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Washington. Luke Turner pulls up just inside the arc and misses that one. And Jonathan Ida ends up with it from Mount Pleasant. Kicks it over to Sartorius. Inside to Ida, good feed by Mulford. Gets it back out, drives in, kicks it over to Cohorst. It goes up strong and one. Fouling shot.
His second. Cohorst will be shooting 1 in the game for Washington. Rashawn Willis.
And Cohorst will capitalize on the and one there. Makes it a 3-point play as Mount Pleasant leads Washington 7-0 here, 2 minutes into the game. This is it, but the refs will call it out on Brady Sartorius of Mount Pleasant. Washington will. Luke Turner finally gets open for the Demons. Makes a move right. Number 53. Missed the. Yanni wide open inside. Good dish by Mulford there. Mount Pleasant very fast. Moves the ball very well in the fast break. And timeout called by Washington. During this timeout, let's go take a look back at last week's scores. Mount Pleasant coming into tonight's game with a record of 6-2, as I said before, after a dominating win against West Burlington on December 21st. Brady Sartorius and Mount Pleasant dropped a usual 26 points as the Panthers would go on to beat the Falcons 62-30. The Washington Demons beat Marion also on December 21st. The final score was 59-58. Jack Redlinger led the way for the Demons with scoring 23 points. Mount Pleasant is coming into tonight's game, averaging 65 points per game as a team, and Washington with 50. So on paper, looks as if Mount Pleasant will come out on top tonight, but we'll see. Washington now with the ball. Inside Redlinger. Foul called that we'll call a travel on Redlinger. Mount Pleasant will take over. Sartorius with it. Pulls up in the same spot. Mid-range, misses it there. Cohorse ends up with a good offensive board out to Mignani. Pulls up mid-range. It's good. Washington now with the ball, trailing by 11. Inside, and Cohorse picks it off. Finds Mignani left. Sprinting down the floor, finds Ashton inside. Dishes it over to Cohorse, goes in, kicks it back out to Ida. Loses it, no foul called, goes in. Finishes strong. Mount Pleasant off to an early 13-0 lead. And almost another steal by Mount Pleasant. Ball out of bounds. Mount Pleasant will take over. Tucker Johnson checks in for Kieran Cohorse for the Panthers, as well as Rhett Zaglin for Jonathan Ida. Mignani in the left wing, pulls up from three, no good. Zaglin gets another offensive rebound for the Panthers, and foul called on Zaglin. Little shove there. Washington will take over. Washington is forced to pick up their dribble there. Mignani playing great defense. Has to throw it up, and foul called on what looks to be Mount Pleasant. Zaglin picks up his second foul early here in the first quarter. Washington will retain possession. They get it into Turner. Mignani almost ends up with a steal, and Turner pulls up for three, no good. Ball out of bounds on Mount Pleasant. Washington will keep the ball. Turner with it again. Looks left, fakes. That was Hennigan for Washington that missed the lay-in there. Mount Pleasant gets the rebound. Mignani with it, sprinting down the floor, foul called. Foul is called on Washington, so Mount Pleasant will keep the ball. Ashton now with it for Mount Pleasant. Kicks it over to Mignani. He pulls up for three. It's good. And another timeout called by Washington. Look over at some statistics here. Mount Pleasant, on average this season in their 8 games, are beating teams by 19 points. And Washington in their 6 games are losing by 12 points per game. That said, Mount Pleasant is obviously favored to win this game. Some more shooting stats. Mount Pleasant shooting 47% from the field, Washington 35%. Mount Pleasant shooting 39% from beyond the arc, Washington 27%. Washington also averages double the amount of turnovers per game that Mount Pleasant does with 16. The only stat that Washington leads Mount Pleasant in is rebounds with 31 rebounds per game. Mount Pleasant with 23. Now Washington with the ball out of the timeout just inside the 3-minute mark here in the first quarter. Washington still scoreless. Great aggressive defense by Mount Pleasant as we see it here. Another steal. Ashton with it. Finds Mignani wide open for 3. That's going in. No good. Washington gets the rebound. Mignani another steal. Johnson almost had it for Mount Pleasant, but Washington will get it. Wide open inside. Almost misses the dunk, but the ball was around it, finds its way in. First 2 for Washington tonight. Sartorius now with it, flies left. Could have got called for a foul, but Ashton gets it from Mount Pleasant. And there's the foul they were looking for. Mason Ashton will be sent to the line for 2 shots for the Panthers. 2 minutes, 14 seconds left here in the first. Mount Pleasant leads Washington 16-2. First free throw is good. Kieran Cohorst and Jonathan Ida check in for Tucker Johnson and Rhett Zaglin for Mount Pleasant. Ashton splits the free throws there, goes 1 for 2. Sartorius picks it, Mignani ends up with it, another 2 points for Mignani. And the Panthers, Washington got caught slacking there. The Demons now have the ball. After a quick 2 there by Mignani, great steal by Sartorius. Washington drives right, floats it, missed there. Ball tipped out of bounds by Washington. Mount Pleasant will take over, and Colin Wolford checks in for Mason Ashton for the Panthers. As Dalton Myers checks in for Luke Turner for the Demons. And Sartorius now with it for the Panthers. Drives left, pulls up mid-range, no good. Washington gets the rebound. Splits the defenders, great move, kicks it to the right corner for 3, no good. Rebounded by Ida. Sartorius finds Mignani. Drives in, pulls up wide open mid. It's good. Washington almost loses it there on the inbound pass. Mount Pleasant playing some great full court press. Mignani picks up a guy, makes him pick up his dribble. Almost another steal and a travel called on Washington, getting a little frustrated here. Great defense we're seeing by Mount Pleasant tonight. 55 seconds left here in the first. Mount Pleasant leads 21 to Washington's 2. Mignani inbounds to Cohorst. Finds Sartorius. Back over to Mignani. Fakes the 3. Ida now drives inside. Easy 2. 30 seconds left here in the first quarter. Good dish inside. Up and in for 2. 15 seconds left here in the first quarter. Sartorius will hold it for the last shot for Mount Pleasant. Sartorius pulls up in his spot mid-range. It's good. 1 second left. Tipped out of bounds. And that is the end of the first quarter here at Mount Pleasant as the Panthers lead the Washington Demons 25-4. We'll see you at the start of the second quarter.
Go.
here at the start of the second quarter. Washington will start out with the ball. Sartorius on Myers. Almost ends up with a steal. Myers dribbles right. Gets called for a carry. Mount Pleasant will take over. Vignani dishes it inside to Cohorst. Back out top to Mulford. Sartorius with it. Fakes right. Drives left. Inside. 2 is good. Mulford almost ends up with another steal from Mount Pleasant. Cohorst does. Driving in, Mulford for 3, no good, or excuse me, doesn't take it. Sartorius now in the right corner. It's good. Mount Pleasant is so good in that transition offense. Like I said before, they're able to move the ball so well. They're a great shooting team. Washington misses the lane there. Gets their own rebound. Washington inside again, no good. Mignani of Mount Pleasant ends up with it. Drives left inside. 2-point basket's good. Mount Pleasant now up 32-4. Good pass inside by Washington. Dishes it back inside. Redlinger gets a foul call. Will go to the line for 2 shots. All these steals by Mount Pleasant tonight. Just a great showing. Great display of defense. Mount Pleasant coming into tonight's game, averaging 10 steals per game. Are definitely exceeding that 10 tonight. As Keegan Cohorst, younger brother of Kieran, checks in for Brady Sartorius. As Redlinger lines up for his second free throw. That goes in as well. Mignani with it. For Mount Pleasant, 6.5 minutes left here in the second. Ida kicks it to Mulford in the corner. Ida in the other corner, steps back for 3, no good. Demons get the rebound. Myers there on the lay-in, and Ida down, holding his left knee. Looks to be a little shaken up on the fall. We see a brace on his right knee. Now he's holding his left knee. Little bummer there. Both knees not doing so hot for him. Prior to this season, he struggled with an Achilles injury. He looks to be in a lot of pain. As we will take a little break here. We'll be right back. Jonathan Ida will go to the locker room. Tucker Johnson checks in for him for the Panthers. Score is Mount Pleasant 32, Washington 8. 6 minutes, 20 seconds left here in the first half. Mignani with it for the Panthers. Mignani up top, fakes the 3. Over to Mulford, inside to Cohorst. Keegan Cohorst there loses the ball. Washington ends up with it. Inside to Redlinger. Pulls up, no good. Mount Pleasant gets the rebound. Mignani with it now. Drives in, loses it there. No foul called. Washington ends up with it. Myers inside. Layup is good. Sat on the rim a little bit there. Finally fell in. Washington now in double digits. 10 points put up on the board for the Demons. Mount Pleasant inside gets called for a travel. Tucker Johnson there on the travel. Washington will take over. Mount Pleasant still leads by 22 here. 5.5 minutes left in the first half. Looking a little slow to start off the second quarter. As Mulford almost ends up with another steal for the Panthers. And there it is. Tucker Johnson ends up with a steal. Was wide open for a three, but didn't take it. Keegan Cohorst found inside, wide open, loses the ball. Mignani gets it easy. Easy two for him. Corner three for Washington is good. Mulford now with it from Mount Pleasant in the right corner, picks up his dribble, kicks it to Johnson up top. Johnson drives in, kicks it over to Cohorst. Goes up with it inside, and it's good. Washington almost loses it there on the inbound and gets called for a travel. Mount Pleasant will take over as Sartorius, Ashton, and Zaglin all check in for Kieran Cohorst, Mignani, and Mulford for the Panthers. Zaglin inside, pulls up, two's good. Struggling to find a man on the inbound pass there. Luke Turner now with it. Turner drives in, tries to kick it back out, and it goes past the half-court line. That will be an over and back call. Mount Pleasant will take over. Sartorius now with it for the Panthers as they lead by 25 points. 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. Zaglin gets it inside to Sartorius. Drives in, pulls up. No good. Foul should have been called. Washington gets the rebound and will take over. Redlinger inside, loses it. Zaglin gets it. And Sartorius, wide open layup, is good. Washington hustling back down the court, pulls up mid-range, no good. Zaglin gets the rebound. Sartorius now sprinting the floor. Ashton in the corner. Drives in. Layup is no good, but gets fouled. We'll go to the line for two shots. Ashton's first free throw is good. Jordan Mignani checks in for Keegan Cohorst for the Panthers. Ashton's second free throw is good as well. Puts Mount Pleasant up 42-13. Number 31 pulls up for three. It's good. Zaglin fakes it inside, back out to Mignani. Kicks it to Johnson for three. No good. Washington with the rebound. Mount Pleasant leads 42-16. 2-minute mark here in the first half. Washington dishes it inside. Mignani almost ends up with a steal and foul called and one. Washington looking to capitalize on the three-point play as they will get one free throw here. Mount Pleasant looking a little rough to start the second quarter here. Hopefully can kick it back into high gear in the second half as Washington does knock down the free throw. And Mignani with it now for the Panthers. Mignani up top, kicks it to Johnson right. Sartorius up top, guarded tightly by Turner. Sartorius inside, loses it, looking for a foul. No call, Washington ends up with it. Washington gets it inside and foul called on Mignani. Mignani doesn't like the call, but Washington will retain possession. And Kieran Cohorst checks in for Rhett Zagley for the Panthers. Washington finally gets it in. Guy puts it up real quick, no good. And Sartorius now with it for the Panthers, flies inside. Layup is good. Turner with it for the Demons, slowly making his way up the floor. Kicks it left. Goes inside, kicks it back out to the right corner. Picks up his dribble, finds a man wide open inside. Two-point basket is good. Sartorius with it, 45 seconds left here in the first half. Cohorst in the corner, finds Ashton inside. Goes up strong, almost an and one. Foul called though, will go to the line for two shots. 37 seconds left here in the first half. Mount Pleasant is leading Washington 44-21. Ashton's first free throw is good. As he goes 2 for 2 from the line there. Washington takes over. Turner drives in, almost loses it, kicks it out left for three, no good. They get there on rebound and they lose it. Cohorst ends up with it. Mignani, wide open layup is good. 15 seconds left here for Washington. The last shot here in the first half. 10 seconds. Luke Turner drives in, layup is good. 3 seconds left here for Mount Pleasant. Get the last shot up. Mignani gets it beyond half court. No good there. Mount Pleasant going into the half, leading Washington 48-23. We will see you at the start of the second half.
Tonight for your halftime entertainment, your Mount Pleasant dance team will be performing their competition jazz routine entitled Legendary. This routine was choreographed by Coach Nicole Easter. There you have your Unpleasant Panther team performing their dance routine entitled Legendary. The Panthers invite you to register your young dancer at the Park and Rec to perform with the dance team at the annual dance clinic on January the 20th. So if you have a young lady that would like to be part of the dance clinic, register at the Park and Rec and be a part of the clinic on January 20th. Reminder to Mount Pleasant Panther fans, tomorrow our boys will be back in action here at the gymnasium with the JV game starting at 3 o'clock, varsity at 4:30. Mount Pleasant will be taking on Central Lee, Mount Pleasant Central Lee, tomorrow afternoon at the JV at 3, varsity at 4:30. Then on Monday night, our Panthers will be back in action with the freshman boys hosting Minneapolis at 6 o'clock, and our varsity girls hosting Minneapolis at 7:30. That's Monday night here at Mount High School Gymnasium. Then on Thursday night, our wrestlers will be in action. They will be taking on Washington with the first match starting at 6:30. Mount Pleasant, Washington wrestling here at High School Gymnasium. And a week from tonight, our boys and girls basketball teams will be traveling to Fairfield for a boy-girl doubleheader. Varsity game starting at 6:15, followed by the girls' varsity at 6:15, followed by the boys' varsity at 7:30.
That's what Oak Melody's doing, right?
Another reminder to Mount Pleasant Panther fans that every night the home winter event, you are able to use your Press Box Panther Fan Club card at the Press Box Grill. And the fans are reminded to show their fan card to the waitress, and a portion of the total bill will be donated back to Mount Pleasant Athletics. Cards are accepted before and after any home event. Those still need a fan club card, please visit one of your winter athletes or the activities office, or we have some here at the storage table here at the game tonight.
Very good.
We are here at the start of the second half. Mount Pleasant with the ball. Mount Pleasant leading Washington 48-23. Kieran Colhorst inside, goes up strong, gets fouled. Will go to the line for 2 shots.
Foul number 21, Dale Upset, is third. Team foul number 1. 2, Kieran Colhorst.
Colhorst's first free throw is no good. But he knocks in a second. Washington now will take over. Finds a man inside, goes up strong, no good. Mount Pleasant with the rebound, Sartorius with the ball. Drives inside, wide open layup, no good. Washington ends up with the rebound. Kicks it inside, pulls up, shot's good. Sartorius now with it again, finds Mignani. Off a leg there by Washington. Mignani ends up with Mignani wide open inside. Layup is good. Washington with it. Drives inside on Mulford and Colhorst and gets it in. 4-2. Sartorius with it. Finds Mignani right. Who pulls up for 3. No good. Washington gets the rebound. Tried to kick it out to the left corner there, and Mignani ended up with the steal. Looks inside, but keeps driving, dishes off to Ida, misses the layup there. Colhorst gets the rebound, dishes it back into Ida, goes up, layup is good. Washington now flying their way up the floor. Mount Pleasant leads 53-27. 6 minutes, 10 seconds left here in the third quarter. Washington kicks it left and Sartorius ends up with a steal from Mount Pleasant. Finds Ida wide open inside on the other end. Layup is good. Redlinger pulls up for 3. Knocks it in for the Demons. Mount Pleasant now leads by 25, 5.5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Sartorius with it, kicks it right to Mignani. Inside to Colhorst. Back out to Mulford, drives in. Goes up strong, gets knocked there, but is able to put the ball in the basket. Turner for Washington drives in. Kick ball violation there. Washington will retain possession. Good job by the Panther D there to stop that 3-on-1. That transition offense for the Demons. Redlinger with it. Over to Turner up top. Drives right. Goes up, no good on the lay-in. Sartorius with it from Mount Pleasant. On the right side, drives in. Layup is no good. This will be holding his head there, must have got knocked. Washington inside on the other end, gets fouled. Luke Turner will go to the line for 2 shots. On the missed layup in transition. Mignani there picked up a foul. Jordan Mignani leading the game, leading all scorers this game with 19 points. Sartorius with 13. We usually see him score the most points through both teams. But quietly putting up 13 so far. Turner's second free throw doesn't go in. Foul called there. Lane violation, Washington will shoot another free throw. That attempt will go in. Mount Pleasant will take over, leading by 26. 4 minutes, 45 seconds left here in the third. Sartorius with it. Sartorius inside, almost loses it, pulls up and puts it in. Moves his way around on that pivot foot to find some space and puts it in for an easy 2. Sartorius now with 15. Mount Pleasant leads by 28 points. Hennigan with it for Washington, picks up his dribble. And travel called on Washington. Didn't have a real good handle on the ball there. And Keaton Cohorst checks in for Jordan Mignani for the Panthers. As Mount Pleasant takes over here at the 4-minute mark in the third. Ashton in the left corner, drives in. Lay-in is no good, rebounded by Washington. Redlinger pulls up in the right corner, no good. Gets their own rebound. Layup attempt, no good either. Johnson gets it from Mount Pleasant. Sartorius now with it. Good feed to Kieran Cohorst inside on the other end. Missed it, but Mason Ashton rebounds and puts it in. Sartorius knocks it out. Washington holds on. Mount Pleasant now leads by 30. Sartorius almost ended up with another steal there. Redlinger for another 3, no good. Mount Pleasant's Mason Ashton gets the rebound and gets fouled as well. Zaglin checks in for Cohorst for the Panthers. So Mount Pleasant takes over at the 3-minute mark here in the third quarter. Sartorius with it, over to Ashton. Sartorius with it, pulls up inside. Shot's good there. Washington struggling to get the ball inbound. Sartorius ends up with a steal, pulls up right next to the hoop there. Easy 2 for Sartorius. Washington gets it in this time. Almost loses it. They'll hold on, kicks it inside. Sartorius almost ends up with a steal, and they go up strong in the paint. No good, foul called. Foul was on Mount Pleasant. So Johnson and Sartorius check out for Mignani and Ida for the Panthers, as Washington will retain possession here. As they get the ball inbounds. Trailing by 34. Man drives inside, good move. Can't finish. Mignani gets it from the Panthers. Ashton in the corner, dishes it into Zaglin, makes a move inside. Misses the lay-in attempt there, and Washington ends up with it. Floats it, and it's good over Mignani. As the Panthers take over now. Mignani inside, pulls up, no good. Washington gets the rebound. And foul called on Mount Pleasant's Jordan Mignani. Washington will retain possession as they trail by 22. Minute 39 seconds left here in the third quarter. Luke Turner now with it for Washington. Keaton Cohorst on man. Hennigan with it, picks up his dribble, tries to dish it inside. Another steal by Mount Pleasant. Keaton Cohorst with it, finds Mignani left, stolen by Washington. Keaton Cohorst will take the charge there. Great defense by Mount Pleasant. Washington a little confused on the call. Thought it was a block. Mount Pleasant will take over. Sartorius checks in for Keegan Cohorst. Mignani with it. Kicks it left to Zaglin. Ashton in the left corner. Sartorius posting up. Drives in. Back out to Mignani up top. Pulls up for three. No good. The ball tipped out of bounds. Washington will take over. 56 seconds left here in the third. Mount Pleasant with a score of 65. Washington 33. Turner with it for Washington, bringing it up the floor. Sartorius guarding very tight. And Turner blows by. Gets called. Gets a foul call there. We'll go to the line for 2 shots. Turner's first free throw is no good for the Demons. Panthers make a couple of substitutions. Tucker Johnson and Colin Mulford check in for Jonathan Ida and Mason Ashton. 43 seconds left here in the third quarter. It's Turner's second free throw. Doesn't go either, and Sartorius gets a quick rebound. Makes his way up the floor very fast. Kicks it in the corner to Mignani, who drives in. Goes up for a strong 2, no good. Gets his own rebound. Goes up and gets called for a foul. We'll go to the line for 2 shots. First free throw is good. He goes 2 for 2 there from the line. Washington will now take over, trailing by 34. Turner with it, trying to make some moves. Hennigan looks inside, ball bobbling around. Mignani ends up with it for the Panthers. Kicks it left to Zaglin. Drives inside, layup is good and gets called for a foul. And 1 there. We'll go to the line for 1 shot, looking to capitalize on the 3-point play. Zaglin's free throw rims out. Ball called out of bounds on Mount Pleasant. Washington will take over. 13 seconds left here in the third. Turner with it, 5 seconds left. 2, 1, pulls up from 3. It's good. Right before the buzzer. Going into the fourth. Mount Pleasant leads 69 to 36. We'll see you at the start of the fourth quarter. All right, we are here at the start of the fourth. Washington with the ball to start. Score here at the start of the fourth quarter. Mount Pleasant 69, Washington 36. Turner with it for the Demons. Drives right, pulls up, dishes it back out to the top of the key for three. It's good. Sartorius drives left, spin, moves inside, loses it there. Washington ends up with it. Another three-point attempt. That one goes in as well. Ida with it, kicks it to Mulford right. Mignani up top. Look to drive in, gets called for a travel there. Washington will take over. Score now, Mount Pleasant 69, Washington 42. Turner with it for the Demons. Kicks it left inside. Kicks it back out, mid-range pull-up, no good for the Demons. Ida ends up with it. Kicks it to Sartorius. Drives in, pulls up mid-range. No good, but gets a foul call. We'll go to line for 2 shots there on the shooting foul. Sartorius' first free throw is no good. A rare miss there by Sartorius from the free throw line.
Maybe we need to keep both hands on the wheel.
As he knocks in his second free throw, Washington will take over. Ball knocked out of bounds by Mount Pleasant. Washington will hold on. 6 minutes left here in the game. Mount Pleasant with a score of 70, Washington 42. Washington gets the ball in bounds. Turner up top, Mignani on man. Turner drives in, kicks back out. Sartorius ends up with another steal, drives in. Layup is good. Sartorius now leads all scorers with 22, and Washington's Turner pulled for 3, no good. Cohorse with the rebound. Foul called on Washington. Mount Pleasant leads by 30. 5.5 minutes left here in the game. Like I said before, Brady Sartorius with 22 points and Jordan Mignani right behind him with 21. And Mount Pleasant now in the bonus. Cohorse at the line for a 1-and-1 here. First shot is good. We'll get another attempt. His second attempt goes in as well. Washington wide open on the other end, puts it in for 2. Sartorius brings it up the floor from Mount Pleasant. Kicks it right to Mignani, who drives in, loses it there, out of bounds. As the Panthers will hold on to the possession. Sartorius finds Mignani wide open in the corner for 3, no good. Washington gets a rebound. Mount Pleasant ends up with another steal. Ida dishes it inside to Mulford. Finds Cohorst up top for 3, no good, but a rare attempt there by Cohorst beyond the arc. Doesn't take too many of those as Sartorius gets another steal, puts it up and in, gets called for a foul. And the shot will be called good. Sartorius will take one shot. Ida, Mulford, and Cohorst all checked out for the Panthers. Sartorius looks to capitalize on the and one. It's good, and he's checked out for Keegan Cohorst. That should be a hit for him tonight. Redlinger looking to make something work. They get the ball inside and shot's no good. Mignani with it, drives in, dishes it off to Ashton. Loses it there, Washington with a steal. Tucker Johnson sprinting back on defense. Washington slams it home. Washington still trails by 31 points with 3.5 minutes left here in the fourth. Zaglin for three, no good. Washington gets the rebound. Washington inside, kicks back out to Redlinger for three. It's good. Mignani making things work on the offensive end for Mount Pleasant. Ashton drives in, loses it. Washington with another steal, back and forth. Redlinger drives in, loses it there, and another steal, this time for the Panthers. Mignani brings up the floor, drives in, goes up for two, no good, but gets called for a foul. We'll go to the line for two shots. Just inside the 3-minute mark here in the game. Mount Pleasant leads Washington 77-49. Mignani's second free throw is good as he checks out of the game for Sam Beatty. Looks like that'll be it for Mignani tonight. Mignani put up 23 points for the Panthers. Great showing by him. Washington now with it as they trail by 30 points. 2 minutes, 40 seconds left here in the fourth. The ball floats out of bounds. Mount Pleasant will take over. Keegan Cohorst brings up the floor for the Panthers. Beatty with it in the left corner. Finds Keegan up top. Johnson over in the right corner. Drives in. Ashton now drives in with it. Gets swatted there by Washington, as Washington will take over. They drive baseline and lose the ball. No foul called. Mount Pleasant will take over just inside 2 minutes left here in the game. Keegan Cohorst with it. Dances around, pulls up mid-range, no good. Washington drives inside, pulls up mid-range, shots no good. Rebounded by Tucker Johnson. Minute and a half left here in the game. Keegan Cohorst with it for the Panthers. Tucker Johnson inside, layup is no good. Rebounded by Washington. Three-point shot by Washington, no good. Rebounded by Sam Beatty. Driving inside, Euro step. Layup just misses it. Washington gets the rebound just inside the 1 minute mark here left in the game. Trailing by 30. Pulls up mid-range, no good. Rebounded by Beatty. called by Mount Pleasant. Riley McQuiggan checks in for Mason Ashton for the Panthers. Sam Beatty loses it there. Ball floats out of bounds. Mount Pleasant will hold on. Cohorst on the inbound, finds Sam Beatty for three. Shot's good. 16 seconds left here in the game. Washington just looking to get up a final shot. Three-point basket there is no good, and Mount Pleasant will hold on to win this game 82-49. Great defensive showing on for both teams there. Back and forth on the steals. Again, Mount Pleasant wins 82-49 against the Washington Demons. We'll see you tomorrow afternoon here in Mount Pleasant, live on MPTV Close-Up against Central Lee. My name is Mark Windry. Have a good night.
Tomorrow afternoon, hosting Central Lee. JV game will start at 3 o'clock, Varsity at 4:30. Mount Pleasant boys, Varsity, Central Lee. Monday night, our freshman boys will be in action at 6 o'clock, hosting